kids, comics. Silver-haired Bronze Age babe here, yakking about her comic book collection, and today, an episode of sort of Women's Libbers of Earth. I'm going to look at this issue of Teen Titans number 38, and it's from 1972. And it sort of falls into that category because there's a letter to the editor here that caught my eye. Basically, a gal, Elizabeth Harley of Mayo, Florida, asks, do you realize you've got 7 guys and only 3 girls? Have you anything against girls? How about adding 1 or 2 more to even things up? Then she goes on to ask another question about the TV show The Monkees. So the editors, which by the way have added a helpful little subhead here, Shades of the Femme Lib movement, the editors do not answer Elizabeth's question about the male to female ratio. They instead talk about the Monkees. So I guess they just didn't want to talk about it. Probably I don't know. It makes sense when you read this story. Through these doors past the bravest titans of them all. It's the art's by Nick Cardy, and I know Tuska's first name. But the story's by Bob Haney, who generally I kind of like. And this one, though, swing and a miss. Basically, Mr. Jupiter, the kind of mentor to the Teen Titans, in essence, he kind of gasses them and has Lilith, the empath, dig into their psyche so that 3 of them can have their biggest hang-ups dealt with effectively. For instance, Robin's hang-up is that he's got Batman yammering in his psyche. Basically, I can't believe he goofed. The boy Wonder's just an ordinary kid. So Robin's big hang-up is that he feels he has to be perfect all the time. Mal, his big hang-up is that he's actually afraid of open spaces. He's an agoraphobic. And that happened, we are treated in flashback, as a result of him being caught in an abandoned lot in his ghetto neighborhood. They never fail to mention that he grew up in a ghetto again and again and again. Anyway, open space, and he was kind of beat to a pulp. But the one that really caught my eye was Wonder Girl, and her biggest fear is her fantasy is that she's in World War II and she's doing some espionage, and in order for them to escape this thing, she has to shave her head and pretend she's a man. And what she's saying here is that he doesn't know I've always been afraid of anything that diminishes my femininity. So shaving her head is just absolutely sending her into apoplexy. And her reasoning is, perhaps it goes back to my Amazon background and how men always fear and put down a strong female, but I can't bear the thought of cutting off my hair. It's my most feminine attribute. I don't know. I read this now. It's like, methinks there's something else going on besides the fear of men just not wanting to date you because you're physically strong. Might it be because they think you're just not interested in men at all? I don't know. She ends up doing it, and she actually doesn't look so bad as like a little bald guy. There you go. And then she finds out that the boyfriend in this fantasy actually is still super, super attracted to her no matter what she looks like. And so she's like, hooray, I'm done. I don't ever have to worry about being seen as feminine, because I guess I just always am. I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, you had a choice of which fear to give to these characters, and I don't know why you couldn't decide to give Robin a fear of being having his lovely locks shaved and being seen as unattractive. But it was an easy thing to take Wonder Girl and put her, her biggest fear is turning into that, whatever that is. Well, thanks so much for stopping by. I'll see you next time.